Nako, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Butch Bartolome na naman po ito. At today is Monday. Wow, 20th of July. Ang bilis ng panahon, talaga naman. Kumbaga pag kanyan talaga marami kang ginagawa. At today, ang ganda ng ating paksa. Ikaw ba, kaibigan, ilang challenges ka na ba sa buhay mo? Kumbaga first challenge, knockout. Yung iba naman second, wala na. Meron nga tayo, isa, dagukan pa rin. Pero ito hong ating bisita, ay ating kaibigan, ay grabe, 5 dagok, 5 beses na pakyaw. Okay? So, but bago tayo dyan magpatuloy, ay gusto ko rin i-share sa inyo ang isang magandang ating paksa. Yung ating paksa ngayon ay, ito ho, ay yan. Okay? Yung ating paksa ngayon ay tungkol kay Pruds Garcia. Nako, si Pruds Garcia ay tuwan-tuwa ako kasi parati nakangiti ho yan. Parating nakangiti ho yan. At itong si kaibigan natin parating ngiting-ngiti. At walang kumbaga walang problema kung titignan ninyo. Pero ang laki ng mga problema niya. So, gusto ko nang tawagin itong ating kaibigan, Pruds, pasok na muna. At marami raw naghihintay sa iyo. Ayan na ho si Pruds.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, good evening. Kumusta?
Ito, sa awa ng Diyos, at least nakakaraos naman tayo. At least masaya in spite of all the crisis.
Oo nga mukhang Pruds, hindi ka tumatanda no? Pag kumbaga hiyang na hiyang ka sa mga challenges sa buhay no?
Marunong na magdala. Pagka galing ka na sa maraming problema, there's no other choice but to try to the other yung ibang kung dati gano'n, iba naman yung pagkakataon, baka mabago.
Oo. But bago tayo magpakilala, Pruds, gusto ko lang ikwento muna itong storyang ito kasi ito ay babagay siguro sa MEKENI Foods, okay? At yan ang gusto kong i-share din sa ating mga nakikinig at mga nanonood. At ano ba ang storya ng ating storya, no? Ang meron tayong sinasabi na storya natin ay little drops, kumbaga little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Galing, no? Mighty little drops of water make a mighty ocean. So, ang quote na ito ay sinasabi nga natin, points us to the fact that the macro is formed by the micro. Totoo naman, no? The fact that macro is formed by the micro. The ocean looks so mighty, okay? But it is nothing but a collection of tiny drops of water. So don't get overwhelmed looking at a huge target in front of you. Break it down into smaller, more attainable goals, and you'll reach your biggest goals easily. Realize that it's the little stuff that eventually makes the big difference. So, yan, Pruds, introduce mo. Ang ganda, no? Ganda. So, okay. Muna, introduce ka muna kung sino ba si Mr. Pruds Garcia.
Well, ako si Pruds, the current president of MEKENI Food Corporation. It's a family corporation na aking mga kapatid ay sama-sama na sinimulan ng aming mga magulang sa isang adhikaya na makatulong sa ekonomiya o makatulong sa aming komunidad. So, I have one daughter, of course, one wife, and wala kaming kapatid na babae. And I think ito naman yung hindi lahat mabibigay sa'yo. But I think even na kakulangan, I think there's always a blessing behind of all yung mga kakulangan. Let us always focus on na meron tayo.
Galing, galing. Alam mo ito si Pruds, pag nagsalita ho, lahat to tumatahimik no? Bakit ho ba tumatahimik? Kasi he's a man of wisdom and also a man of acronyms. Mamaya, alam mo, papatawanin tayo. Nakakatawa ito si Pruds kasi nagbigay siya ho ng talk noon sa PCCIQC Summit. Di ba, Pruds?
Yes.
Mamaya mo nang gamitin yung acronym na yun, ha? So, baka ma-ops
Sure. Yeah.
Ano. Ayan, si Pruds. Yan, ano ba yung si Pruds na ito? Ikaw ay lumaki saan? Sa Pampanga, no?
Yeah, sa barangay, this is a remote barangay o Porac. Nasa dulo kami and malayo sa bayan, pero ang kagandahan nito yung mga kababayan natin sa barangay ay parang ang turingan namin ay pamilya, tulong-tulong, tahimik na pamumuhay, walang magulo. Dahil halos dito sa aming barangay magkakamag-anak.
Yan, and si Tatang ay at si Nanang ay both teachers, no?
Yes. They're both public school teacher. My mom was a grade 1 teacher. Tapos si tatay naman siya ang head of the school. The school that they were teaching that time is just in front of our house. Siguro about 8 to 10 meters away. Exactly opposite lang ng daan. Daan lang ang pagitan namin.
So talaga palang doon ka rin nag-aral?
Yes.
Doon ba
Elementary, tapos yung high school, about 6 kilometers away from our place. Pagka sinuwerte ka, nakasakay ka, pero pagka hindi, maglalakad ka. But mostly, pagka pauwi na kami, siguro 50% naglalakad lang kami from bayan hanggang sa barangay. Yung casual na sitwasyon nung unang panahon.
Oh, but ano mga values? Siguro, anong values of growing up with 5 brothers and the parents are both teachers? Ano mga natutunan mo? Ano mga memories ni Pruds na naalala mo hanggang ngayon?
Well, actually, no, mga kabataan, nagstinta na ako ng ice candy boots at the age of 6, even before going to school. Tinuro na kami ng manukli dahil si Tatang, ano niya is mathematician siya. So, ito yung laging tinuturo sa amin, yung mathematics. So, natuto na kaming magnegosyo. Nakakatuwa dahil yung panahon na yon, wala pang kuryente dito sa barangay. Bumili kami ng refrigerator run by kerosene, tapos nagpo-produce na kami ng ice candy for the barangay. And then ito yung mga pictures na nakita mo. Ito naman yung siguro meron tayong isang boots na yung anak nila meron din magandang negosyo ngayon, galing OFW rin daddy. Pero ito yung kwento ng isang barangay, ng isang bayan na maraming nagtagumpay kasi yung pinagdaanan, pinanggalingan, yung kahirapan sa buhay ay nagsusumikap. So on my part, ako nung grade 1, grade 2, wala akong maalala na pinagbubutihin ko yung pag-aaral ko. But during that time, naalala ko, pumapasok naman ako sa top 5, pero hindi ako seryoso sa pag-aaral. But only when I was in grade 5, nung makita ko si nanay, laging mataas ang BP, nagkakaroon ng problema sa health. Ang lagi sinasabi sa amin, anak, puro kayo lalaki, then siguro the best na ipapamana namin sa inyo yung pag-aaral. So, bigla ako nagising doon. Then, kaya nung grade 1 to grade 4, parang ano lang ako, kumbaga on the average. But grade 5, eto na naging top of the class. Grade 6, kaya yung picture na yun, yung nag-speech na ako. That's the first speech ko in public. Kaya very memorable yan. Kasi sabi ko, I really so inspired because sa magitan nito, I'm trying to ko sa mga magulang ko na at my younger age ng panahon na yon, gusto ko magsumikap para sa kanila.
Yan, mukhang ano ba ito, nag-speech ka at may medalya ka na. Talagang yan ba binigay mo na ngayon sa magulang mo talaga? Yan ang isang regalo mo, no?
Yeah. So, ang natutuwan ko dito, pagka talagang nakita mong kahirapan sa buhay, kasi it will make you respond to yung kahirapan. Kaya nung may makita kong magulang, ayaw nilang dumaan ang kanilang mga anak sa kahirapan, sometimes they forget the main reason why they succeeded because dumaan sila sa ganung challenges in life. Kaya sabi ko, sa anak ko, sabi ko, hindi mahalaga ngayon kung nakita mo, importante you should always feel kung anong nararamdaman ng iba na may kakulangan. And you might be a blessing so that you can be a blessing to others.
Yeah. And yan ang ano mga memories, no? 5 lalaki, no? Siguro it must be a riot in your house, with all the boys there.
Probably magaling yung strategy ni tatay. So si tatay kasi strategic ano niya eh. Sabi niya, I have 5 boys. Paano ko sila na hindi sila mababarkada, masisira ang kanilang so ang ano niya is he made all of us very busy. Kung hindi sa trabaho sa bahay, backyard poultry, mag-aaral kami ng lesson. So ito naman, sabi niya, kung meron kayo lesson, libre kayo sa pag-aalaga ng mga paglilinis ng Quran. But pagka naman hindi kayo busy, tumulong kayo sa likod. So ito naman yung inano ni tatay, train a child the way you should be when he grows up, he will not depart from it. So ito yung naging ano ni tatay, train the children, preparing in the future na ito na importante yung the love within the family, respect, teamwork, tulong-tulong. We played naglalaro kami basketball. Ang bola namin ng boots, yung bola ng softball, hindi mo dinidribble, basta dunk ka lang ng dunk. Importante, we enjoy the company ng bawat isa. Siguro may mga strategy kami doon. So ito yung training namin. Kaya pagka ngayon nag-meeting kami, just a simple gesture, nakakaintindihan kami magkakapatid.
Anong gap? Anong age gap ninyo?
Yung panganay, 4 years ang gap niya sa akin, tapos sumunod sa akin si Lito, 3 years yung gap, tapos si Dudes naman 2 years, tapos yung isa 3 years din. So may mga gap naman, hindi naman yung every year. So ito namang advantage kahit paano meron kaming spacing na sinasabi ng panahon na yun.
Siguro kayo yung kilabot ng Porac nung araw eh. Pag sinabing, nako, yung Garcia brothers na yan, 5 yan. Parang
kilala kami elementary kasi 'di ba pagka high school, corps commander ka, siyempre sisigaw ka ng ano ngayon sa CAT yung panahon na yun, ano? Kaya minsan sisigaw yung itlog or ice candy. Ito yung mga lokohan, but still yung boses namin, yung lakas, kaya namin nabuo kasi elementary pa lang kami, sumisigaw na kami sa barangay, ice candy! Ito yung mga sigaw. Now, with full confidence, hindi kami nahiya. Even high school, nagde-deliver kami itlog sa palengke.
wow,
So,
fantastic.
it's part of the training.
Entrepreneurship was already, kumbaga, nilagay na agad sa inyo ang entrepreneurship, the value of being in business, di ba?
Yes, admittedly, but during the time, di namin alam na gano'n ang preparation. Kasi sabi ng mga ibang kamag-anak, pinaggulo ko kayo ng mga magulang nyo, bakit nasa kami nagtitinda ng ice candy, kung ang mga ibang kabataan ay naglalaro, kung may mga softball na paliga, kami isa na nanonood, kami nagtitinda ng ice candy. But without knowing, this is exactly preparation pala ito na during that time, di namin nakikita. But when we already graduated and we start the business, parang lahat ng values na natutunan ng bata kami, ina-apply na namin ngayon. So it's always yung sama-sama, tulong-tulong, ito naman yung naging sandigan namin ngayon, magkakapatid. And that kind of spirit, the values, hindi lang sa amin, it goes from us, goes to our people.
So ito Pruds, pinakita ko ngayon yung yung ang gwapong-gwapong Pruds Garcia. Ito.
Hindi pa uso mo yung yung pwede mong ayusin yung picture. Sabi ko naman, lagi namin biruan dito, pagka picture may problema, lalo na yung pinicturean, it's not actually a problem, it's a blessing kasi nag-iisa yan.
At ikaw ay nagtrabaho raw sa overseas. Anong ginawa mo sa overseas? Teka, kailan kayo nagkahiwalay-hiwalay, mga kapatid nga pala?
Well, actually, ako yung unang lumabas ng bansa. That was nung nagtatrabaho sa SGB noon, mga 1980s. There was this, we have this economic crisis in the country because of political crisis nung namatay si Mr. Aquino. Tapos, ang ekonomiya bumagsak. So sabi ko, it's time for me to get out of the country, mag-abroad. Sumama doon sa mga Pilipinong, ang objective ay makapag-ipon ako that someday we can start a business. Ito naman yung puhunan. Kaya malinaw sa akin nung mag-abroad ako, I have to save everything. Lagi yung biruan, hindi nga bumili ng jewelry o anumang appliances. Basta lahat iniipon except lang nung kinasal, doon lang bumili ng wedding ring. But everything, we save a lot because we are preparing for something.
But it was a big decision for you to leave. I mean, ikaw lang yung kauna-unang umalis na sa mga...
Yung after that, yung kapatid ko, yung misis niya kasi US citizen, so pumunta rin sila sa abroad, sa US, and then yung sa akin naman, nauna ako, tapos yung kapatid ko at yung family sa US, tapos yung pangatlo, si Lito, as soon as nag-graduate siya, kinuha siya ng boss ko na without my knowledge, nung malaman ko nang nandito yung kapatid ko, hinar nila, nasa airport na. So I can see na objective is for me to stay longer in the company.
Okay. And you were, the first assignment that you got overseas was Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, and ang plano ko lang, it will be only for 3 years, pero inabot din ako ng 8 years because I enjoy the community.
Wow. So you were living with, medyo maganda pa buhay nung araw ng OFWs noon, Pruds, di ba? Yung, tignan mo naman ang unang tayo mo. I mean, talagang makakakita mo naman, talagang executive looking talaga, no? Kung makikita mo, no? Yun ang ano doon. So you were living in a barracks, but you were still single at the time, right?
Yes, I left as a single pa, tapos pero nung bumalik na ako after 1 year publication, doon nag-decide kami ni Miss na magpakasal na. But during that time, sinuwerte ako dahil our company is one of the biggest cement factory in the Middle East. At bagong gawa siya, bagong tayo. So kami yung mga nauna. Kaya sinuwerte kami. And yung panahon na yun, though may mga sineswerte, may mga kababayan naman tayong hindi sineswerte. So the community, nakita namin itong kahalaga na wherever you are, if there is a community, may tutulong, may tinutulungan, that makes the life so beautiful.
And yung nahuli naman yung puso naman ni Pruds, yan medyo, kailan ba nahuli ang puso ni Pruds Garcia?
Well, actually, ang pangalan ni Mrs. si Susan, nag-aaral pa siya ng college. Ako rin, nung nasa Manila pa kami, nakatira kami sa dorm ng uncle niya. Sama-sama kami doon. Doon kami nagkakilala. Tawag sa akin, Kuya Pruds eh. Then without us knowing, kami na pala. So, kasama ko siya nagsisimba, kasama ko siya nagno-novena. Then, without knowing, na-develop. So, nung pumunta ako ng abroad, mahirap para sa amin. Pero sabi ko, if we don't try na hindi ako alis, then mahirap kasi the economy was down. I have to prepare for something in the future. Kaya okay naman, pumayag naman. Kaya after 1 year, ayun, nagpaalam na kami sa mga magulang na it's time for us na lumagay na sa tahimik.
But Pruds, you have one challenge that you faced with. What was the first challenge of your life that you can remember as a family man?
Well, ang laging ang problema namin noon, normally pag wala kang anak, pag kami mga occasion, sabi na, anong ginagawa nyo? Bakit hindi pa kayo magkaanak? Tapos maraming biruan dyan. Kami, nadaanan ko lang yung nabubuntis. Bakit kayo hindi kayo magkaanak? Then, those people do not understand kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ng isang mag-asawa na though sinabi ng mga doctor sa amin, even when we were in Saudi Arabia, ang sinasabi that it will be impossible for us to have a baby because of so many factors, 5 factors na hindi kami pwede magkanak. And they advise us na at that early stage na mag-ampun na kami ng anak. Pero sabi ni Mrs., itay natin hanggat may chance. Sometimes nagkakamali din yung, kasi nurse naman si Mrs., let's try. So hanggang sa umuwi kami, magnegosyo. Kaya inabot kami ng 23 years finding, hoping and praying to have a child. Pero may nakapagsabi sa amin isang madre na sabi niya, Pruds, you're always praying for yourselves for na magkaanak. Why don't you try the other way around? Why don't you pray for other people na walang anak? o may ibang anak pero na problema sa kanilang mga anak. And then later on, God will grant you your request. Kaya few years lang, ito na yung lumabas na si Faith.
So how old is your daughter now, Pruds?
She's now 11 years old. Matangkad pa sa mami niya. So, very active, but very caring, very sweet. Tulad ngayon, sabi niya, Papa, as soon as I finish my voice lesson, habol ako.
Naku, palagay ko, naghahabol yan. At I'm sure, anong pangalan niya? I-shout out natin yan. Pangalan.
Faith. Faith, yeah. Faith,
Yan.
it is a 5-letter word na sabi ko nga, that's to offset those 5 factors that doctor says that we cannot have a child.
And so her name is Faith Garcia.
Yes.
King
Faith
of voice.
Garcia.
Wow, talaga naman ng ano ha. So, parang what is it now to be a family man? The values that you are passing on from your parents, now you're passing on to your daughter. Ano mga pinapass on mo ngayon that you learned from your parents and now as a family man, Pruds?
Well, actually, mabait talaga ang Diyos. Pero on my part naman, knowing kung anong ginawa ng mga magulang namin. Sabi namin, hindi maswerte yung mga magulang namin kami. It's the other way around. Kami mga anak ay napakaswerte because we were guided properly by our parents. So, habang lumalaki kami, we understand kung paano maging isang magulang, kung anong ginagawa. Ito yung other side. Pero it is only na dumating si Faith sa buhay namin mag-asawa. And then I really understand. It's not just knowing, but experiencing to be a father. Kaya nung ano na yung sabi ko, ang lagi kasi sinasabi ni tatay sa amin, family first. Because maging successful ka, anything outside your family, pag nag-fail ka naman, it will never compensate the failure inside. So ito naman ang lagi sinasabi ni tatay is family first. Kaya naalala ko noon, 2 years old pala yung anak ko, I have that invitation coming from the government to join the business delegates to China under President Aquino. The day bago umalis, nagkasakit yung anak ko, nag-collapse, mataas sa lagnat. Then I did not go. Sabi ko, why should I go if my daughter's in the hospital? So mga doctor sabi niya, you can leave. Anyway, she's in hospital. We will be finding bakit siya nagkasakit. So sabi ko, no, I will stay. Family first. And I think I am so happy that I passed that first examination. That family first really is very important.
Yeah, that's very important. Kasi you could have left, you know. I mean, the doctors assured you, but ang nanaig is actually your principal, no. So that's something else na Pruds, no. So yan, you're now enjoying being a father. Wala na bang ano yan? Baka may kasunod pa. Another.
Okay, baka after 23 years ulit, mahirap na.
Yeah, but if it's since time is time, no? Kumbaga, one thing nice is that 23 years, Pruds, yung ginawa ninyo is something else, no? Yun ang ano doon. Ayan! Ayan ang si Lolo at si your mom. Sino ito? Ito si Tatang, right?
Si Tatang yan, tapos yung on the right side ni Tatay, pinsan namin na kung saan kami tumira ni Mrs. na stage nung nagbubuntis pa. Tapos kapatid naman ni Ate Helen, yung binisita siya last time. Oo. Ito yung mga kapatid ni Ate Helen, yung asawa ng pinsan kong tinanong sa stage.
And, your belated happy birthday pala kay Tatang. How old is Tatang now, Pruds?
He is 93 years old and noong July 17.
93.
Yes,
so
93 years and 3 days I think for plus 3 days. Kami birthday lang niya.
So ngayon how big is the Pruds the Garcia family now? Ito ba yung buong pamilya ngayon or meron pang kulang ito? Hindi pa updated natin itong
kulang pa yung isa yung isang yung pamangkin si Shara nasa US naman, yung pangalawa sa apo, yung tapos si Ate Cora wala diyan kasi ito yung birthday. Ito yata yung Christmas na parang nag-picture kami na para bang nasa bahay ito yan. So hindi lahat kami kompleto diyan kasi iba nasa labas.
So it must be now with social distancing, paano yan? Parating Zoom na lang ng Zoom ang pamilya or nag-gather ba ngayon ang mga
Everything nakikita kami kasi we just stay in one compound. Minsan 5 o'clock, ito yung mga ladies, minsan nagbabadminton, ano lang, is open field naman. Kami magkakapatid, minsan nakakasalubong dito sa office. So lagi kami nakikita and we find it every day naman. Lagi kami nandun kay Tatang, either 2 or 3 tuwing hapon doon kami nagdi-dinner tapos naglalaro kami ng dama. Ito yung laro namin from the very beginning hanggang ngayon ginagawa pa namin.
So talagang para bang talaga palang si Tatang prepared for you na you all live in a compound?
Yes, we are within the compound of lahat.
Oo. So tell me, Pruds, you had one big challenge and the challenge of maintaining your MEKENI. What was the turning point that si Tatang ay, anong sinabi ni Tatang about MEKENI? I think this was in Pinatubo, no? Anong year ba yung Pinatubo natin noon?
1991.
Oo, yeah. 1991. And you're mostly affected there, no? Kayong Porac, Pampanga is really affected so much, right? The asphalt. Oo. So what was the turning point? Ano nangyari? You were all abroad, no? Lahat ba kayong 5 ay abroad?
Bali, 3 kaming nasa labas noon. 2 kami dito sa Saudi. Yung si Kuya, nasa US sila that time. So, yung Pinatubo, it was a blessing disguise kasi because of this eruption, tinamaan ng aming community. Doon man nakakita ng pagkakataon si Tatay that the backyard meat processing is not only intended for the retirement, but also a way to help our community. Sabi niya, bakit hindi kayo umuwi? Bakit ginagamit nyo yung talent nyo outside the country? Why don't you go home and expand the business and give these people a job? So, napakahirap kasi alam ko naman yung barangay namin, hindi ko na una because of the lahar flows, because of the asphalt, halos yung mga structure, daan, hindi mo na makita, barangay na lumubog. Pero nakakaawa talaga during that time na electricity is a problem. Yung roads, problema rin, tapos malikabok. And here comes your parent asking you to go home. Na as a businessman, as an accountant, parang kulang yung ingredients for you to succeed. Pero ang nagpa-uwi sa amin, it's still the value of our gratitude. Sabi, Tatang, kaya kayo nandyan ngayon, anak, kasi nakapag-aral kayo. Ang tumulong sa pagpapaaral ninyo ay yung ating community na sila yung ating customers. It's time for you to go back. Hindi naman pwedeng puro kayo nagpapadala ng relief goods. You can do that only once, twice, thrice. But the best thing is go home and expand the business.
But was it an easy decision for all of you? Ikaw, Pruds, what was your yung decision? Was it when Tatang said you have to come home? How long did it take you for all of you to say, yes, we're coming back?
Actually, every time I go for vacation since 1991, pag nagbabakasyon ako, 6 months or 8 months, lagi sinasabi ni Tatang yan. Sabi niya, okay naman negosyo. Yung mga kababayan natin, galing naman nila, dumidiretso pa sa Porac, despite of yung malikabok. Ibig sabihin, there is a chance to grow. Kailan, we need people like mga anak niya. So ito naman yung, sabi namin, okay po, aralin namin. Then 1991, 92, noong 93, ito na, no, sumulat na talaga siya. Yung sulat na medyo mabigat sa ito yung sinabi niya, it's time for you to go home, na expand the business. Tulong-tulong as a family, then balikan na natin yung ating mga kababayan na makakatulong to, sigurado. So, tinawagan ko yung kapatid ko, nasa US, sabi ko, I just the letter of Tatang, ay natanggap din niya. Kasi pag dumating makasulat na yun, mga 1 month eh. So, ninanam na mo yung sulat paulit-ulit. Then, I called my brother, sabi ko, anong decision mo? Sabi niya sa akin, nag-decision kami, ako munang uuwi, tsaka yung bunso. Just in case hindi maging successful, madali kami bumalik. And then sabi niya sa akin, about you? Sabi ko, nag-usap naman kami ni Susan. Sabi niya, kung saan ako, doon siya. So whatever my decision, sabi ko, by October, uwi na kami. That was April noong 1993. So I have to inform the management that in 6 months, I can go home. Alam ko, mahirap paalisin. But I think sabi ko, it's the family. I have a commitment with the family that by October, I'll be home.
So it
So,
will,
sabay kami, dumating kami ni Kuya, sabay kami noon, October 1993.
so 1993. Did you ever have regrets? Was there a time that you say, sayang, I could have now occupied a high position? Medyo sumagi ba sa iyo yun, yung career mo versus what the family is, the business? Because siguro yung situation mo ngayon nung araw is Mekeni was not what it is now, right? Ibang klase siguro nung araw ang itsura ng Mekeni nung araw.
Yeah, it's just a backyard. Talagang we have about, I think, 30, 40 people that time. Mga kapitbahay namin to. Nung nasa Saudi ako doon, my boss, they always telling me, sabi niya, hintay mo kami mag-retire. Sabi ko, that will be another 10 years. So, ang ano naman, sabi ko, initially, I told them by my stay will be only 3 years, but nabot na rin akong 8 years. Na sabi ko, it's not me. It's anyone can take my position. Kaya nung nag-decide ako umuwi, wala na yun. Decide talagang, sabi ko, we believe in the wisdom of our parents. Pag sinabing uwi kayo because of gratitude, yun, alam namin, meron silang nakikita. Perhaps hindi namin nakikita, but we believe in yung wisdom nila. Kaya immediately, bumalik na kami noon eh. No October talaga, sama-sama na kami. No turning back. From pagdating namin, start planning, working together, day and night, kasama yung mga kapitbahay namin, mga kakapatid, the buong family working together as one. Hindi ko inisip kung babalik pa, wala yon. Malinis talaga nakafocus kami noon. Except nung magkaroon na ng Asian crisis, doon medyo na-shake kami ng konti.
So paano did you mechanize, did you start mechanizing from a backyard yung Mekeni? How did you organize from backyard to mechanize the mechanism? I'm now showing the picture of Mekeni. You have this tumbler, you have these people working.
Yes.
Was this before another challenge sa buhay ninyo, yung ASF?
Actually, this one is that makes us to expand is during that foot and mouth diseases in 1994. Imagine mo, exactly 1 year pa lang kami na umuwi. Then ito, nagkaroon ng foot and mouth diseases in the Philippines where most of our products are pork-based. So this was the chance naman kami. We expand our product lines, hindi lamang sa pork, but also we go for beef and for chicken. Then Asian crisis followed in 1997. Sabi ko nga, doon sa mga lagi kinikwento, we immediately decided to close the business. Siguro sabi namin, kung hindi man isasara, just to downsize it by 50%, at kami na magkakapatid, it's time for us to go back to working abroad again. Kasi the situation, hindi kailangan na mag-stay pa kami kasi we want to protect the capital. So sabi namin, kung mahirap yung may foot and mouth disease, tapos may Asian crisis, yung mga spices, mga packaging galing sa abroad, definitely we cannot compete. So ito yung naging namin nung kinausap namin si Tatang, sabi niya, so you made the decision for you to close the business. Sabi ko, opo. Sabi niya, doon yung turning point, sabi niya, so I just want to remind you the reason why you came back. Hindi para sa amin, hindi para sa inyo, para sa ating mga community, sa mga tao natin. Why we made that decision immediately without consulting our people. Doon ako natuto na hindi ko natutunan sa labas yan. Then sabi ko, ano pong gusto niyang gawin? So sabi niya, okay, kausapin mo yung mga tao, you meet them. If they agree na uwi kayo o magsara tayo, they can go back working abroad. And then pagka hindi naman, ang commitment until you have to stay. So pinaganda ko talaga yan. Sabi ko, productivity, increase the productivity, yung food safety, quality. Kung lalabang kami. Kung hindi, sarado na lang. Yung aming capital ay maproteksyonan. And I think, binabalikan ko ngayon, so many people are doing the same scenario ngayon. Because of helplessness and hopelessness, ang initial decision magsasara. Why? Because they want to protect the capital. Siyempre naman, kung wala kang operation, nagbabayad ka ng rental, magbabayad ka ng tao, tapos walang generation, immediate talaga, magsasara ka. So parang yung tinitinan ko yung pinanggalingan namin noon, ayaw ko mangyari, immediately decision, close the business. Pero sabi ni Tatang, wag muna, hindi na yung reason bakit kayo bumalik. So when I discuss this to our people, after so many days, they discuss ko ito sa kanila, for us to compete, dapat productivity ma-improve natin, walang nasisira, and then we focus on quality and food safety. That will be our core value. So nung mag-meet na kami, nag-usap na kami, sabi ng mga tao, lalaban po tayo. So sabi na tayo, my voice will stay. And I promise you that you'll be proud of that you're working MEKENI. So it's a commitment of Tatang. It becomes also the commitment of the 5 brothers. So sabi ko, walang iwanan. So ano man ang mangyari, walang iwanan, walang aalis. Then later on, sabi ko doon sa supervisor, pwede ba kako, para makasimula tayo, tanggalin muna natin yung kalahati. Ito na naman ako, accounting numbers, tanggalin muna yung kalahati. Pero sabi ng supervisor, sir, sabi niya, kasama po namin ito, wala pa po kayo sa MEKENI, kasama na po namin to. Kung may pasok kami, may pamilya kami, paano po yung kalahati kasama namin, na kilala namin, nakasama namin, paano yung pamilya nila? So kung 50% po gusto nyo, pwede naman po kami yung kalahati, MWF, yung TTSS, yung kalahati. Bila ako na-shock doon, sabi ko, wala uli sa libro ito. So ito naman yung situation na sabi ko sa mga kapatid, this is the best people that anybody can have sa isang negosyo. When people are taking good care, not only of themselves and their family, but also looking the welfare of their co-workers and the community. Sabi ko, they have the best assets that anyone could have. Doon kami nagsimula. So sabi ko, sige, bahala kayo sa planta. Ako, di naman ako sanay na maghiwa ng karne. Kunin yung trabaho namin. Then we start planning. It will take 1 or 2 years, 3 years. But ako definitely, pupunta tayo doon sa isang natin na hindi lang yung Pampanga, kundi lang region 3. But buong Pilipinas, and hopefully, we will be globally present because of this core value na meron tayo. So story-wise, nagsimula na kaming mag-design ng planta. Noong 1997, nagsimula na ako mag-draft kami magkakapatid. Sabi ni tatay, sino gagawa ng planta? Siyempre, mag-uunahan kami. So, we waited for 2 months. Kanya-kanyang design yan. Tapos sa tayo, mag-usap-usap kayo. Then later on, nagbabantayan. Yung isa, wala siyang ganito. Ako, meron ng ganito. Sabi na tayo, para matapos tayo, isa na lang ang gagawa. Lahat ng inputs niya pagsama-samahin. That started yung planta ngayon, na conceptualization, imagination, lahat. Halimbawa, pinag-grader namin yung lupa, naglagay kami ng mga lubid. O imagine natin, papasok tayo sa planta. Tama ba ang laki nito? Tama ba ang flow nito? It took us almost 3 years to do that. Kaya doon ko natutuwan yung the best preparation is really imagination. So we imagine, pagpasok sa planta, anong kulang? Kasi pag tinayo na, magastos ang nagigiba. So ito na yung produkto ng 3-year planning na na-accomplish namin itong world-class meat processing plant.
So para bang Pruds ang nakikita ko ngayon, it's not the family, it's actually involving the community where your father owed a lot sa community and is now giving back to the community. Para bang, it's a whole scenario that what you had second round, no? Kasi lima yung challenges nyo, no? Tubo, ito namang yung foot and mouth, doon kayo nagkaroon ng people, para bang town hall, no? Parang ilan ba yung mga taong kausap mo nung araw, nung kino-consult ni sila? Mga ilang tao?
40 people. May bagong building kami ng opisina. Wala pang mesa yun, wala pang chairs. Pero doon kami nakaupo lang sa flooring. We started 9 o'clock, natapos kami na 3 o'clock. So sama-sama yung nag-lunch. Then final after lunch, ito na yung kung magdidesisyon kung pwede na kaming umalis o kailangan mag-stay kami.
Wow, fantastic.
So we learned the lesson. Any crisis ngayon, hindi ako, hindi yung family, it's the people. After that, yung execom, once na nag-run, babalik kami sa tao, papatawag namin, this is a decision na pupuntaan, it will affect you. So Then after 1 hour, we come up with a decision. Isa ang decision namin, we move forward. Mahirap, pero alam namin, as the day passed, darating kami doon.
Nakakatayong balahibo yung ginawa ninyo, no? And was Tatang present during that consultative meeting all the while? Nung nakausap niya yung 40 tao?
Yes, kaya yun ang kahit ngayon, lagi namin sinasabi, sabi ko, I wish I could retire at the age of 60. Pero when fate comes, sabi ko, now, paano naman yung mga tao kung alis kami? So we are not planning for the next succession na not necessarily coming from the family. It may be something na middle management at just to continue the story. Kaya lagi namin sinasabi, Mekeni, it's not about the products lang ng tocino, hotdog, lahat ng mga processed meat. But I think our main business is we need to share that story of people, of family, community working together. No matter what the crisis, we're going to succeed.
Yeah. And you have plans of going abroad, no? And
last year, no? Kasama tayo sa US.
Oo nga. Alam mo, parang kamakailan lang, Pruds, no? Imagine mo yung meeting natin, yung planning for US and Canada expansion, but that's still alive, no? I'm sure that's part of the plan of expansion ng MEKENI, no? Yan na yung so how big is MEKENI now? How big is the workforce ng MEKENI, Pruds?
Well, yung workforce still have more than 1,200 people now working. Admittedly naman, hindi naman siya ganun ka smooth sailing because of the crisis now. Pero ang lagi namin sinasabi dito, sabi ko, this time is for us to really ang target namin is to survive, and how can we survive if the community will not survive? So ito naman yung lagi kong inaano sa mga kasama natin na huwag mo muna kasana para bang meron kang model na biglang gusto makarating doon. Importante muna ngayon is to survive. It's like putting yourself in the middle of the sea, nakasakay ka sa isang barko. Hindi mo kailangan na puntahan pa yung it's imagine just to survive. Then after that, you go back. It's a temporarily setback na delay, yes. Sometimes we have to be very flexible. Hindi yung para bang ito yung target ko, ito na. But that target is flexible depending on the situation. Importante, we have to survive kasi kung okay naman yung numbers mo, then later magkakasakit naman, we want everybody to be on the position na maging ligtas. But hindi naman takot. May takot kami, kahit na kami, una natakot kami immediately. Nung mag-declare ng total lockdown ng Luzon, immediately, reaction again. Sabi ko, let's close down for 15 days. But 1 hour before the meeting, sabi ko, kung magsasara, parang gusto kong balikan uli yung mga previous decision namin ng mga crisis. So sabi ko, kung kami magsasara, ihinto kami. Then pagpunta ko ngayon sa Vietnam, di ba, pag tawid mo doon, hirap tumawid ng mga motor, ang daming motor. Sabi ng kaibigan ko, alam mo, Pruds, para negosyo yan. Kung titigil ka, ihinto yung nasa likod mo, ihinto yung nasa harap mo, pati yung mga doon hihinto. So ano man ang mangyari, basta gumalaw ka lang, dire-diretso ang iba. Ito naman yung pundasyon na inano ka rin. We have to continue working, continue moving, no matter how small it is. Sabi mo nga, small drop, it will make an ocean. So a small move will create a good impact, not only for us, but for the others, not only sa business ng iba, but ito yung tinitingnan kung a small act of na pag-asa, a small act movement. Pag nakita ng iba ito, lahat may problema, sino bang walang problema? But the most important thing, hindi yung problema ngayon titingnan natin, saan tayo pupunta. So first, survive, and then refocus on where we want to be so that we can be an inspiration for others. Hindi naman magtatagal to but importantly, we survive.
Yeah, but I remembered you had one big blow, blow number 3. Always stay focused. Natawa ako sa iyo, bilib ako sa iyo. Imbis na makita kong malungkot si Pruds, nakita kong nakangiti at sinabihan pa namang always stay focused. Ano yung, was it really a big blow on your company? Was it something that kala mo knockout na talaga yung nangyari sa inyo?
Yung lahat ng pinagdadaanan namin, sino siguro lahat ng who succeeded on any crisis, a family or what, ang lagi na sinasabi, okay, in business, we have to be prepared for 2. Disruptions from the outside and disruptions within. Ang disruptions within, mabigat yan. Problema sa family, problema sa buhay personal, that may or may not affect you. But sometimes, the way you handle the situation, malaking bagay ito. So ito yung tinitingnan ko. It was a disruption from the outside. Pero sabi ko, it's not because ginawa namin, but we were being a part of the, sabi ko, things happen for a good reason. Hindi bibigay ng Diyos to na hindi namin kaya. And sabi ko, our people knows kung anong ginagawa namin sa planta, how we value the quality, how we value food safety because we value yung ano namin sa aming mga consumers. So sabi naman sa mga tao namin, okay, walang nagbabantay sa inyo, but we have a procedure system that has to be followed. Ang importante, kahit hindi nakikita ng mga customers natin, isipin mo, hindi mo kaya, ang gusto mong ipakain, kaya mong ipakain sa pamilya mo, ipakain na sa customers. Pero hindi mo kaya ipakain sa pamilya mo. So, importante, it's still the quality. Kaya na mangyari yun, ang naging sandigan namin ngayon, sabi, hindi naman katotohanan ang nangyari to, that because we failed as a company, but things happen for a good reason. At sabi namin, okay, apektado ka, the most is, ipatest namin lahat. Tinatest namin, pinasara, sinara namin yung operation, not because the government asked us to do so. Sinara namin in such a way to give time, itest lahat, our facilities, inside yung walls, yung mga tables, machineries, our finished goods na hindi pa lumalabas, our raw materials, pinatest namin lang yan. So sa dami na nagpapatest, yung 3 days na, inabot ng 3 weeks. So na-delay. So ibig sabihin, nagplano lang kami ng 1 week, inabot kami ng almost 1 month na wala kaming operation. But we are paying overhead without any income for almost a month. So sabi ko, imagine mo yung millions of pesos nire-record namin, the commitment, dahil galing na sa labas, itatapon namin lahat ito. Kung papatas mo ito, hindi mo na malaman kung ano yung naghalo-halo. So again, it's the commitment, even without the government telling us, let's make a voluntary recall, and then patest natin, babalik lang tayo kung sasabihin ng government with all the tests, negative tayo, we come back. And that was the time nung magkita tayo doon sa Quezon City, yung first business conference. Ito yung dala-dala ko na yung mga dokumento. So I'm very proud to say na as a company, we are committed to the food safety and quality ng operation namin. So sabi ko, kahit paano yung consumer, kahit paano na-apektuhan yung brand, doon kami nag-usap-usap. Sabi, ano pwede natin gawin? Ang usapan namin, okay, we will rise by lifting others. Doon kami nakakuha ng isang statement that we will rise by lifting others. Doon na namin pinlano, paano tayo babalik. Kaya lagi sinasabi, sometimes you fall not because of your own making, you fall because the way people look at you. But the most important is the glory of man lies not in falling, but in rising every time you fall. So this is another chapter for all of us to prove that in spite of all this calamity, all this crisis, sabi ko, we will stand as one family, as one force, not for us alone, but to show to others, pag nagka-problema, it's not the end of everything. It start changing the strategy, but never change the goal.
Pero natutuwa ako sa iyo, parang you're really a micro in a tiny water in an ocean, no? Because alam mo, bihira ako nakakakuha ng ganitong inspiration because you also learned from outside the books, di ba? I mean, what your people said, what your people you consulted people. Iba wala ito sa management no? And the way you react, you also have to look at how the effect, no? Plus, I think the value of Tatang, no? I mean, imagine how your Tatang did not study management, right?
Correct. Administration, siguro, the way sa pagtuturo, actually, di ba, yung mga nagturo, high school graduate ka, pwede ka na magturo, then as you go on.
But ngayon, you're able to mentor. I mean, as a mentor, you are very active with Go Negosyo. You're willing to share your story. How do people react to you? Para bang, Sir Pruds, para bang ang dami nyo na hong black eye, but you're still managed like a boxer, you're still fighting, you're still moving on, no? Kasi kagaya nga, di ba, Pruds, ang dami nang nangyari, no? A lot of people would say, I give up. But ikaw, siguro 5 beses na dapat nag-give up na nga, no? But you never give up. Ano-anong guiding principle ni Pruds at your brothers, no? Ano-anong mga isang or several principles that you and your siblings are now always following?
Well, actually, yung sinasabi natin na aminin na dumating na sa punto pag nabigla. Sabi nga, immediately may mga decision. Or let's stop, let's close the business. Immediately reaction yan. But normally, it will just take for an hour. We always go back to the mission and vision kung bakit kami napunta sa ganitong negosyo. And kami naman, personally, ako naniniwala, ano man ang nangyari sa iyo, ano man ang nangyari, there's always a purpose. There's always a reason behind it. It's just for me to identify that one, to discover ano itong mga opportunities to. Kaya nung lagi ko sinasabi sa mga tao, and we are blessed, MEKENI is so blessed to have that kind of people working within a company na isa ang aming objective, isa ang aming goal, to have an impact in the community. So, kaya nung magsama-sama ka magdidesisyon, in-identify namin kung sino-sino itong dapat na ma-implementsya namin indirectly. But we cannot do that by just saying it, but we have to experience that crisis na eto ngayon, crisis, pero okay, takot tayo, pero pagkatakot ka, hindi ka nakikilos. Ano mangyari? What will happen to the economy? What will happen to the community? What will happen to our country? So sabi ko, it's time now, this is a new chapter, and we are now writing another story for MEKENI, so that after so many years, or maybe a few months, lahat tayo masaya because we succeeded. We identified yung mga nangyayari ngayon. It's not only us, but also inspiring others. Na mga isan, may marinig tong kwento na ito. Kaya nung tinawagan mo ako, nung minesis mo, I immediately says, kasi sabi ko, this is one way of sharing the story. Story of not just about hot dogs, about longganisa, bacon, bayani lines, na siopaw, whatever. It is something behind of all this product. It is the community. It's our people working together so that we can be a value to the other people.
Meron kang bayani lines. Ano itong ginawa mo ngayon sa itong COVID natin? Home to home, MEKENI. Natuwa ako kasi first time ko nakita dahil alam ko tocino, hotdog, sa atin bigla ko nakitang si Pruds ay merong lumpiang Shanghai, siopaw. How did it?
Oo, may siopalito, mga gano'n. Yeah. Actually, nung last quarter, nung nag-meeting kami ng Extracom, sabi namin, how can we rise above the situation? So, lagi namin, actually, yung team song namin sa MEKENI Foods is about you raise me up eh. So, we always believe that someone up there is watching us. So, minsan, dating yung crisis, pero the teacher is always there during the examination. Nandun lang. We believe that God is watching us. So alam namin, kahit ako, kung meron akong natutuwa, I have to share it to others. And likewise, may mga tao kaming nandito ngayon with all the experiences sa labas, pinagsama-sama, helping one another so that mabubuo yung miracle. So ito naman ang tinitingnan namin ngayon na yung mga tao namin, we have one vision na we will rise by helping others. It's not about us. It is helping others. So we identify who are the others. So sabi naman, biblically, yung to the least among the brothers, ito yung focus. So we say bayani, sabi naman, sino ba mga bayani? Anybody who loves their family na nagsasakripisyo, sila yung mga bayani sa kanilang pamilya. OFW, sino man yan, hindi lang yung mga nabaril sa luneta or what, but anyone who loves their family, ready to make sacrifices, they can be called bayani. So ito naman, so why don't we create, sino ba yung mga bayani? These are the mga nagtitinda, mga naglalako ng mga sa daan, makikita mo, mga may peanut, may siopaw, may siomai. Sabi ko, why don't we create a product for these people so that we give them dignity in producing or helping to earn money for their family, not just for a meal of the day, but mapag-aral din anak nila, that in 15 years, yung pamilyang ito maging successful because nakita ng mga bata ang kahirapan ng mga magulang. Tag-ulan, tag-init, naglalako sa daan para mapag-aral sila. And I think after in 15 years, this will be the best people to start a business kasi they understand the hardship of the parents. So sabi ko, supportan natin itong mga bayani. So MEKENI is just to sell, to fill up the refrigerator for every family. Let's change that one. That MEKENI will be a kitchen for anyone who wants to go in business. Minsan kasi pag may negosyo ka, Magbibili ka ng planta, makina, tanggalin natin yan. Anyone who wants mag-franchising, na gusto mag-franchise, you have a better idea, tell us, then we will produce the product for you. Then we will support you on the way. Your job is to expand. Our job is to help you plan, produce the product. We start with the bayani. Then as we go on, papunta ka sa high premium class, darating tayo kasi doon ang experts namin. So bayani is a ordinary food na kailangan natin, siopaw. Imagine mo, yung siopaw is only 125, nabebenta na lang 250, 220, so about 100 pesos. Makabenta ka na doon pa, 10,000 earnings per day. So ito naman yung gusto namin. It is a simple, hindi na kailangang napakatas. It is a simple that napakadali. So we started also with our employees. Sabi namin, MEKENI, mekita. We created the group in MEKENI. MEKENI, mekita. Okay. So ngayon, I think they have about 50 people now ngayon. Sabi namin, yung mga tao namin, may trabaho, yes. But they have members of the family, kapatid nila, magulang, na wala ng trabaho. And everyday may nagsasara, everyday may nawawala ng trabaho. Then ako, ayaw ko maging burden ng tao natin just because na wala ng trabaho ang kapatid. Why don't we teach them to be an entrepreneur? Magbenta muna yung sabi natin MEKENI home to home delivery either, so pwede kang mag-ano sa online ngayon, so we teach them. Then later on, ang mga tao na yun, pag uwi nila from the factory, dadaan sa tindahan, iuwi by 7 o'clock, dinidistribute na ng family nila ng reseller, and I think we find it very effective. Sabi ko, we have an oversupply of middle, mga magagaling na nawala ng trabaho, but they have to feed their family. And these people, we started with our people, at yung mga nawalan ng mga middle class na walang trabaho, yung kanilang savings hindi manggalaw, yung day-to-day nila, may pagkukuha ng kita, so that when everything becomes normal, these people, they can go business kasi naintindihan nila ngayon. And that is yung kabuhan. Sabi nga, these are small drops that can create an ocean.
Oh, true. Sabi sa'yo, tamang-tama yung storya ko sa'yo eh. God really helped. But you know, this is something that I like to to stress, that you're an entrepreneur. You know your core competency. You know your capability. But you are also thinking of other people. Kasi, like for example, okay, alam mo, malaki-laki ang mawawala ng, maraming tao mawawala ng trabaho, no? I mean, as of April, 7, 8 million, baka umabot tayo ng more than 9 or 10 million. But even overseas workers, no? Maraming working. I mean, ikaw, OFW ka, ako OFW din. Yung puso mo, tindihan mo yung puso ng OFW, OCW pa nga tayo nung araw, ang tawag ata eh. But again, you filled in the gap. Bakit? Kasi gusto ko magnegosyo. Ang lahat ng tao magtatanong, Butch, gusto ko magnegosyo. Pruds, gusto ko magnegosyo. Pero ang question is, ano? Marunong ko magluto eh. Okay, magluluto ka. Pero yung sanitation, yung hygiene, di ba? Yung sinasabi natin eh. I think you filled in that major 50% eh. Kumbaga, tawagin natin 50%. Prepared by MEKENI, ISO certified, you have a HACCP, everything is so sanitary, and all you have to do is just sell, di ba? I think, parang sa akin, ang tamad lang talaga, ang hindi kikita dito, Pruds eh, pag hindi pa nila na-gets yung concept mo, no? Kasi, yung home to home, doon ako nagulat eh, sabi ko, wow, ang galing nito, kasi kahit bata, pwede na ngayon magbenta rin ng ilan ba yung lines ng bayani may siopaw ka, meron siomai,
meron kaming lumpia, pork lumpia, Shanghai, meron kaming pork chicken lumpia, meron kaming dynamite. So these are 3 lumpia. These are all bayani lines. Tapos meron kaming siopaw, tapos meron kaming siomai. Yung siomai iba-iba. May pang premium, may regular, may pang negosyo, may pang on that level ng bayani lines. Depende kung ano yung target market mo. Then we have also this ginagawa namin ngayon, mga fish ball, kikiam, chicken balls. Ito naman yung tinatarget natin na anything. This is the existing na tumatakbo sa market. Pero sabi namin, if you want to start in business, hindi mo kailangan magpatayo ng planta, mag-seminar, yung supply chain, procurement, materials, hindi mo problema yan. Anong meron ka ngayon na inisip mo mag-click ka? Tell us. Anyway, we always sign that non-disclosure agreement. So kung gusto mo yung produkto nito, gagawin namin sa'yo. Kung gusto mo siopaw, anong klaseng siopaw? Maybe yung alam natin, ordinary siopaw. We can create a lot of siopaw from the lowest to the highest. Kung ano nung itsura, magagawa namin yan. So bakit
Pero,
mo
yeah,
ubusin ang oras mo for that? Well, in fact, we can do that for you.
oh. Pero Pruds, magkano naman ang pwedeng minimum nilang simula? Let's say like ako ay isang nawala ng trabaho, gusto ko magbenta. Magkano minimum na puhunan na gusto na para makabili sa bayani products ng Mekeni?
Actually, worth 1,000 is already wholesale price. So depende kung saan ka lalagay ngayon to be a reseller, sub-reseller, dealer, sub-distributor, distributor. Kasi mayroong stages yan. Kung sabi, hindi namin pwedeng deliver yung small quantity. So ito naman yung meron tayo mga distributor within the area na hindi na sila bibili ng refrigerator kasi pagkakuha nila ng order, the following day, i-pick up in yung stock na yun, then immediately, wala na yung mga incidental expenses, overhead kasi immediately deliver mo. So,
Ang galing mo, ang galing. Para bang, alam mo, at the end of this, kumbaga yung minsan may mga nakakausap tayo para bang, sir, ang dilim, kailan kaya magkakaroon tayo ng liwanag? Parang ikaw nagbibigay ng liwanag ng pag-asa, hindi ba? Yung marami nagsasabi dyan ano ba talaga negosyo ko? Kasi sa akin, I think basically also, Pruds, is that you have a very good entrepreneurial mindset that you are making it viral to everybody. Yung bang, hindi pwede ang tamad no? Hindi ka pwede yung sabihin mo, kung nawalan ikaw ng trabaho, ikaw ay office person, ayaw mo magbenta, siguro dapat gawin mo na rin dapat kung anong gagawin no? Yung multitask ka na kasi you have to survive, right? Yun ang importante
pero
doon.
yung sa akin, which is not me actually, ako lang yung spokesperson ng mga tao ko behind the scene. And I have a very good people and we are blessed that we have this kind of people na sharing na isa ang adikay namin. So sabi namin, sa kwentuhan lang, sometimes it's very important to have time to talk to your people Hindi yung nakakahong ka. Ako, I love to talk to my people. I love to invite them in my office for a 50 minutes coffee. Sometimes, over a lot of ideas, but pag-alis nila, nagko-conceptualize na. Even yung sinasabing MEKENI home to home, it's not about me. It's about my people. Dahil nasa sila, work from home, umanda rin imagination nila. So, wala magde-deliver, ako pumunta. Kaya isa kami sa nauna na nag-launch ng mga online deliveries. Tapos, pumunta kami sa mga barangay, ang tao namin, yung palengke, pupunta kami. We want to invite, ito yung produkto, ito yung So pag-alis sila, may customer na that will continue that concept. So tapos, kung gagawin natin yan, charity begins at home. Kaya sinimulan din namin yung MEKENI mekita. So ito nga, makikita mo ngayon, unti-unti na, sabi nga, the small drops will create really an impact on other people. Kaya ako naman, regularly, nagpapadala rin ako ng mga quotations na naano ko sa mga tao ko, sa mga friends. Ang pinadala ko nila, a small act of kindness. It will create a very important impact on anybody. Sometimes you don't realize it. But a simple gesture, a simple smile, a simple kind of words, inspiration, bakit napunta ang focus ko doon sa problema, kundi yung problema ito para mapagtagumpayan mo that someday you feel na you have contributed, hindi ka bumaksak. Though sometimes na-fail tayo kahit sa exam, nung college, kahit magaling ka, nag-prepare ka, bumabaksak ka. But that's not important after so many years. Importante, those trials made you who you are today. Yan ang importante. So, masaya kami, maswerte. I have a lot of good people behind the scene telling me of all these things. Then sabi ko, we just execute it. Kaya ang galing, kaya ako natuto. Sabi ko, Lord, thank you for all these blessings.
So how is, final question, is something that, how strong is the faith that you now realize through, dumaan ka na sa 5 beses na unos, tawag na natin dyan yung up and down, no? Has this COVID really sort of strengthened more your faith that this is going to end soon, but we just have to have that strong faith. Ano ngayon na nakikita mo yung Pruds sa lahat ng mga taong nakakausap mo?
Well, ako, minsan ano rin, naawa din ako sa iba kasi nga sometimes para bang they feel that self-pity, yung natatakot o parang ayaw mo nang kumilos. So normal lang naman yan na lahat naman tayo dumadaan sa ganon. And we need a lot of people. Hindi lang naman kami, marami rin tayong mga kababayan na dumaan din sa mas matinding pagsubok at nakabawi. Pero ang importante yung gusto kong ipaabot sa ating mga listeners tsaka sa sumusubaybay sa ganito. And all these things, kahit na saan ka, in any way, dadaan ka sa ganitong pagsubok. Not necessarily ganitong kabigat. Pero I think this one is napakabigat. Sometimes, as you travel sa journey, sometimes you have to close your eyes. Bisa kasi kung nakikita mo, kung anong narinig mo, sometimes nadidistract tayo dito eh. But during the day, sometimes you have to pause for a while with a prayer and ask God na may mga dahilan nito. We don't know, we don't understand. Kahit ako, di ko naintindihan. But the most important, I believe that someone of the Lord, hindi mo bibigay itong di namin kaya. And I always pray that every day, pag-gising ko, sabi ko, Lord, I hope that I can be a blessing to others. Kung ano man kailangan ko ngayon, imiitis ko na kukulangan ako ng faith by just seeing my daughter. The name faith, it reminds me that I don't have to be out of focus. Always have faith in God na always ang tinatanong ko, pagka ganito ba, nung panahon ni Kristo, anong kanyang ginawa, anong kanyang sinabi. So this is the inspiration that I have na ano man ang pagsubok sa ano, I always ask the Lord, Lord, kung kayo nasa katayong ko, how would you decide? How would you act? So ito yung laging binabalikan ko lang.
Grabe. Ang daming talagang natatouch ata dito sa iyo eh. Siguro, Pruds, ikaw ba ay walang balak isulat ang buhay ng Mekeni? I mean, habang si Tatang ay 93 years old, siguro isa sa mga magandang gift yan makita yung isang coffee table book ng Mekeni nung nagsimula. I'm sure meron kayong mga pictures ng backyard, no? Yung mga backyard pa at lahat.
Kompleto kami yan. Kahong-kahong yung boots. Yan ang na-save namin nung naglalahar, na-save yan. Kaya may mga old pictures, kaya nung mga bata kami, nandiyan pa rin yan nakasave. These are treasures talaga na pag naalala mo yung sitwasyon. Para lang ngayon, hirap tayo ngayon, but magpa-picture ka, hindi naman yung malungkot ka. At least pagdating ng araw, 10 years, you go back, dumaan ako ng bagyo, pero kahit paano nakangiti pa rin.
Totoo yan. So, I think that is one challenge to you, Pruds, for Mekeni and the people behind the family as well as your employees, no? Para bang, I'm sure magkakaroon yan ng second, third generation at lahat-lahat, no? As you go along. And Mekeni is, Kapangpangan is Mekeni. Ano yung sabi ng Mekeni?
Come here. Halika. Kaya yung letter I ng Mekeni is like a person inviting eh. Yung Mekeni, yung I word sa dulo, it's a person like, come here. So it's an invitation. Yeah.
Kumbaga, you're a haven. I'm sure maraming nanonood sa atin na medyo nagkaroon ng inspirasyon ngayon dahil nakita nila si Pruds hindi lang veterano sa pagkain, veterano na rin sa lumaban no? Kumbaga, and yet nakangiti pa rin, no? Hindi nawawalan ng pag-asa, di ba? Yung and always thinking for others, yung bayani na yan, dapat you should avail of that dahil hindi ka na kailangan mag-experiment, hindi ka na kailangan gumawa pa. All you have to do is start selling and start becoming a reseller, a dealer, whatever. No? So ito ba, nationwide ito, Pruds, itong ganitong concept ninyo ng bayani?
This week, darating na rin sa Bismin. Ito yung na all out na siya. So masaya kami dahil sabi namin panahon ngayon, ano bang hinahanap na pagkain ng tao ngayon? Ano ba yung negosyo pwede? Minsan kasi sa dami ng ideas, I think bayani is one. Ang ganda, hindi namin kailangan advertising kasi nga nung dumating itong problema, bayanihan ng ang topic lagi doon sa bayani. So sabi namin, siyempre lumabas siya. Sabi ko, ito yung mga sagot ka. When you take care of other people, yung magsuot ka lang ng masalabas, you're a bayani because you try to protect yourself and protect others. So ito naman yung mga produkto doon na Ang ganda, kaya sabi ko sa mga tao na, imagine pa ako, things happen for a good reason, na hindi natin to pilano, hindi natin to inisip, nang dumating, it was on the right time. And I think this is an answer for everybody na makapag-start ng negosyo.
Well, siguro isang favor na lang, Pruds, can you lead us into a prayer? Because coming from you, I'm sure you are very full of wisdom and your faith. And I'm sure maraming mga nanonood dito na they want to look after you, look at you as a model. And can you help us pray can you pray with us in this episode?
Sure. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Dakilang Amang nasa langit, sa oras na ito, Panginoon, ay patuloy po kami nagpupuri at nagpapasalamat sa inyo. Patuloy na nagtitiwala na anuman ang mangyari, Panginoon, ay lagi kang nakabantay sa amin, lagi kang nakatingin sa amin, at handang tumulong kung kailangan mo na kaming bitbitin, Panginoon, sa susunod na daan. Alam namin, Panginoon, marami ang naguguluhan, marami ang nawawalan ng pag-asa, marami ang natatakot dahil sa crisis na ito. Pero alam namin, Panginoon, kung kami ay may mata kami na punong-puno ng tiwala sa iyo, alam namin lilipas din ito, Panginoon, at mapagtatagumpayan namin. Inihiling namin, Panginoon, sa mga taong nawawalan ng pag-asa, nawawalan na parang ang saysay, ang kanilang maraming takot silang nararamdaman sa kanilang mga sarili, sa kanilang mga pamilya, sa kanilang mga kinabukasan. Inihiling namin, Panginoon, na dagdagan mo ang sa aming mga puso ang pagmamahal, ang pagtitiwala sa iyo. Inihiling namin, Panginoon, na kung ano man ang aming mga sitwasyon sa buhay, inihiling namin, Panginoon, na tulungan mo kami na sana ang bawat isa sa amin ay maging gabay at katulong mo, Panginoon, upang makita nila at maramdaman ang pagmamahal na binibigay mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Panginoon, may kanya-kanya kaming kahinaan at kalakasan. Inihiling po namin, Panginoon, na sa bawat oras na nakakaramdam kami ng panghihina, inihiling namin, Panginoon, na palakasin mo kami. Inihiling namin, Panginoon, na huwag mong tanggalin ang aming mga hadikain sa aming mga puso na matakot na kami ay mapagtagumpayan anuman takot ang dumating sa aming buhay o mga pagsubok. Alam namin, Panginoon, kung kasama ka namin sa aming buhay, kami ay magtatagumpay. Ang lahat ng ito, Ama, ay hinihiling namin sa matamis na pangalan ng iyong anak na si Jesus, na nabubuhay at naghaharing kasama mo at ng banal na Espiritu Santo. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, ng Espiritu Santo.
Maraming salamat, nako, kaibigang Pruds. At yan po, another, ito ay talagang, I'm sure God has made you as a tool. Your MEKENI has become a tool for a lot of people, and especially for Tatang, having his long life to see his children pass on the values, no? Ayun ang nakakaya, no? I think you really deserve a lot of, I'm sure ang dami nyo mo ng awards, but the awards are nothing except but you are here to serve a lot of people, di ba? Yan ang maganda sa iyo, no? Yan ang ano doon. Again, Pruds, I'm sure ang daming mga nanonood, nakikikamusta at more success daw, at your success is actually not your own but God, because God is asking you to do it. So again, we'll always be praying for you. At itong 5 challenges ay sana hanggang 5 na lang, no? Pero I'm sure you're ready for any other bout. Kumbaga, ikaw ay heavyweight champion of challenges, no? Kumbaga, sa dami mo nang dinaanan, talagang ewan ko kung sino pa ang kayang dumagok, no? You can, and really, I'm sure when you write a book, even your daughter Faith will be proud of you and say, "Oh, my dad and my uncles and my lolo made a legacy of MEKENI." And hindi ako magtataka. I'm sure yung MEKENI going overseas, I'm sure it is along the path ni Lord.
Time, yeah.
In His time. But pinakitaan ka lang ng preview, di ba?
Diba? Yung nag-uusap tayo doon, para sa ko, magsisimula kami September. Tapos October may nangyari. Hindi namin natuloy. So tapos sumunod kung tinuloy namin, palagay ko financially laglag kami kasi kung nasa US tapos we cannot move, we cannot kaya kasabi ko, ambay talaga ni Lord. And sometimes marami tayong plano pero sometimes we ask the Lord to bless all our plans and endeavors. Then everything, there's always a reason. Pero doon ako natutuwa kasi kung natuloy kami siguro, naku, laki ng implication sa amin.
True. And I'm so happy because you're surrounded with very, very good people.
Correct.
Kung kayo lang magkakapatid, hindi nyo kakayanin yan. Para bang you may be the captain of a ship, but the people manning the ship,
That's the most important, yeah.
Kumbaga, nagsasagwan kayo. You're all rowing the boat. Okay? So, again, maraming salamat and more power to MEKENI. At yan po ang isang kumpanya na dapat nyong tangkilikin because a company with a big story and a big heart for others deserve their very best. And marami tayong, I'm sure, marami mag-i-inquire sa inyo ngayon. Okay?
Salamat.
Maraming salamat and thank you for being my episode number 41. Your lucky number is number 14. Binaliktad lang natin at ikaw ay 41 episode. Maraming salamat and God bless. So be okay.
God bless you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Boots. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.